Ladies and gentlemen, this is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. We are on my home away from home, the tour bus. Today we are in Los Angeles, California, the city of angels, and today I have quite the guest. Quite the guest. 14-time world champion, the youngest world champion in company history, my mentor in the industry, the legend killer, the Viper. We could continue to have a bazillion positive platitudes about this next person. I am incredibly excited. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Randy Orton. What's going on, man?
I appreciate that. Hey, cheers, man.
Cheers. Cheers to you.
Thanks for having me do this with you.
No,
Yeah.
You had to do it with you. So,
Had to.
the Wheatley crew, Wheatley American Vodka, myself, we like to call ourselves the American Dream Team. Let me ask you, right out of the gate, if you were putting a team together, who is on Randy Orton's American Dream Team?
Oh, gosh, what a question. Well, I pride myself on being a good father and a good husband, and I think I would have to have my family there in my corner.
That's a great...
Yeah, I got 3 dogs at home,
Yep.
too. They got to be there, too. So Spike, Harley, Max, Rob, Mike, Anthony, Alana, Brooklyn, and my fabulous wife, Kim, would be there by my side.
Cheers to family. Cheers to Kim.
Hell yeah.
Wow. That is a...
I think we'd do all right. I would just keep Kim in there, and she would just do everything. She's a badass.
Well, you said you're your father, husband first. You're also notoriously on the list of wife guys.
Right.
Hey, once you're in the wife guy column,
Yeah.
you, myself, Seth Rollins,
Sure.
Miz, like that's a good
Yeah.
a good column to be in. That's
Never thought about it like that, but yeah. When I was younger, I wasn't in the wife column, and it was a different way of going about my day. Let's just say, and I'm very happy to be in that column. I'm blessed, man. I really am.
I feel funny that I've said this, and now if you're not on the list of people I just said, it doesn't mean you're not. Like, I know it's not what I meant. It's just there's guys that you know more as like, oh,
Sure.
You might see Kim, you might see Maurice, you might see Brandy, whatever it might be.
Yeah, Owens. He's
Big
a
time.
big, great,
Big family guy.
Yes,
Yeah, my gosh.
yes. If I know a man is great to his children, and especially like I got a soft spot for daughters. If I know a man is or if I see like, so who did I see? I saw Ciampa with his daughter Willow today.
Unbelievable.
And just seeing a man with his daughter, that relationship, like I love my sons, but there's something special about a daughter, being a father and having a daughter.
Yeah. No, I know that if if Brandy and I were gonna ever have a second, whatever, then that's not something that's happening. But if it was,
well, you don't know that.
I don't know that.
Let me tell you, sometimes things happen, and next thing you know, honey, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Like, you don't necessarily plan for these things, bro.
I would be ecstatic if I found out it was another little girl.
Yeah.
Because that's just a whole,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, like level of, there's just a thing.
Yeah.
You sent me a Christmas card.
Yeah.
The
I'm trying to remember. Is that the one where we're all wearing gold chains like gangsters?
It looks like it's such a good photo.
Everybody's like...
It's such a good photo. But
wait a minute. It's such a good photo, but
I remember looking at it and thinking, like, they look like a band. Like they're about to put out.
Well, that's my wife. She's like, okay, I want you here. Okay, you look up into the distance. I need you here. No, turn a little bit to your left. You a little bit to your right. All right, Brooklyn. All right, do this. Randy, sit there. Okay, fine, whatever you want.
Oh man.
Yeah, she's in charge of that, man.
It's a. If I'm gonna get a Christmas card, I want it to look like that.
Yeah,
that's the standard which all Christmas cards are held.
Pretty gangster.
All black shirts.
Yes.
I think it was gold chains.
We all had gold chains and the Cuban link. I just got when the boys when they had their birthday, I got them all a Cuban link chain.
Yeah.
sterling silver. Those things are expensive.
Yeah,
bro.
of course.
But I got the yellow gold one for myself, and I've worn it. I worn it then. Yeah. Dude, you see me in it all the time.
Yes.
I had to have it for some crazy ass reason, and I wore it for that Christmas card, and then I wore it to the Hall of Fame. And I was so like, I guess, embarrassed to be wearing a gold chain that I tucked it under my shirt so no one could see it. And Wale was there, and he saw like a glint of this on the side. He pulled it out. He's like, "Man, you got to show your chain." Yeah. So for the rest of the Hall of Fame, I'm wearing my suit, my Gentleman's Playbook suit, which homie makes a great suit. And
shout out to that Gentleman's Playbook.
Yeah, he's good to go.
I love a good somebody put something good together.
Some quick little story. Sitting at the Hall of Fame. We're about to go live. Paul's about to go on first, and I sent him a quick shot of me and my wife, just so that he could see what it looked like. Because I'll be like, "Hey, does this work? Does this work?" Because I don't know. And I was like, "Hey, man, this chain, it's out, out of nowhere. I'm wearing this chain, right? Does this work?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, it works." He tweeted the picture.
I gotcha.
Well, from the get-go, I'm talking like 2018, 19, he started making my suits. Yeah. And he was like, "Hey, let's do a social media thing, take a picture, I'll take $500 off the suit." And I'm like, "Hey, no way.
I'd rather pay you.
I'd rather pay you, and let's not do that." He tweeted the picture I took, like the candid shot, like, not a great angle, like just, "Hey, does this work?" He tweeted it. I couldn't believe it, but anyway.
Did you get a free suit out of it?
No, but next year, if this makes the cut, I better.
I mean, if you want it in there. You mentioned the Hall of Fame, and this was such a fun moment. The Hall of Fame this year for me was just surreal on a lot of levels. Rock is talking about something and then decides to turn and start cutting a promo on me, and this is The Rock, and do I stand up? I stood up. Now when do I sit down? Yeah. Also, Brandy refused to stand up for him. How everybody stands up. She refused. You're the only one. Oh, God.
Oh, that's great.
The heat.
Yeah.
Which is, her personality
listen, is... Brandy's going to do what Brandy's going to do. Exactly. Just like Kim's going to do what she's going to do. And you know what? I support you, honey.
Very ride or die.
You want to stay right there? That's fine.
But Paul Heyman, Mr. Heyman, he had a very unique line in his Hall of Fame speech. And you literally, the whole front row of us, you turned to me and Hunter.
I think we both gave Hunter a look like...
It was one of those, this is what, and to be fair, Philadelphia, Paul Heyman.
Sure. If anybody can say that specific sentence in that moment, it's him. We're in Philly, the birthplace of ECW. Yeah. Right? And it worked. It's what it needed to be. He wanted to go on first. He's so smart.
He's a super genius.
He's so smart.
He talks about, you'll hear him talk about Dusty and a few other people where they refer to themselves as super geniuses. He genuinely checks the box for the super genius. It's like he sees where the puck is going at all times. He knows where to be. Shout out to Mr. Heyman.
Yeah, Mr. Heyman.
His line.
Hell yeah.
So we're talking about the Hall of Fame. This is it's perfect. Perfect time for me to ask you. You are more than you're aware now, right? I feel you're aware that your level of influence, your legacy, your career is demanding of a first ballot Hall of Famer run. Like if you told them today, "Hey, I want to be eligible for the Hall of Fame," you would go into the Hall of Fame. With that in mind, who would induct you?
Oh my God.
You got to really think on it too.
No, I've thought about it.
Yeah.
Well, first off, so Mysterio went in, but he was active.
Yeah.
And that was cool. It was different. I think we were in somewhere down south, L.A.
It was 39. He went in for.
But where were we?
We were at Crypto Arena, Los Angeles.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Los Angeles.
Same place right now.
Right now.
So it kind of made sense for a lot of reasons. He's from that area. But the fact that he was still active and he had to show up to work the next day and I feel like if I'm lucky enough to be in the Hall of Fame, I would want it to be when things are settled and over. And
done.
Yeah.
No priorities. You hit that. Yep.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it has to come about. But as far as, gosh, I almost even don't want to say, because I feel like he'd hear this and then feel obligated. But like maybe John.
So I was gonna go ahead and say I have a guess.
Yeah, John, so there's a few reasons. Yeah. Selfishly, because I know that he would knock it out of the park.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
He would, just like he's done. He's done a few inductions, and he's, Refrigerator Perry, the football player. Yeah, he did. I remember just being, and I don't really follow sports. I wasn't aware who that man was, but afterwards
he was in the WrestleMania 2 Battle Royal.
Yeah. And he's in our Hall of Fame now.
He's in our Hall of Fame.
Well, Cena inducted him, and just sitting there and watching John just do what he does, like I was just completely captivated. I know John could do me better justice than just about anybody, because John's John. Of course, there's other candidates, but I feel like John would be at the top of my list.
Yeah.
But I almost hate even saying it out loud, because I can't imagine how busy that dude is with everything he's got going on. I have a tendency to sell myself short with, and I feel like, maybe he would love to do it, but I just I don't know that I could ask him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I almost don't even want to think about it until that time comes, if it comes,
John, I feel like history, when we look at John and we look at you, because I came right up in the thick of it.
Oh, yeah.
Live event, main event. John Cena, Randy Orton. Going into the interval, going into intermission, Umaga versus Jeff Hardy. It was the show you wanted to be on.
Right.
Because you knew, hey, if I suck, these guys got it. If I suck, the rest of the matches, we were filled with blind spots at the time, because we had these anchor moments. And you versus John is particularly a big part of that era. And then you hear people clamoring for the potential John match now, as he's going to wind down.
Yeah.
But I feel like more than ever, and this is a guess, but I feel like more than ever, John has an incredible appreciation for you, because as you guys are coming up, you're at odds, even though you don't need to be at odds, but you are. You're competing behind the scenes, you're competing on the scene, the whole thing. And I think now, looking at where you're at and how you're handling being the locker room leader, handling being the most mature man in the room, the handling being the person you would go to go, hey, what is this? No, but it's the truth. I told Kim this in gorilla position.
Yeah.
You were doing a dark match. No, it was you versus Gunther. And I remember telling her, I was like, I don't know if he'd like to hear this, but that was the way I felt about Undertaker in 2007 and 8, and where it was like, gosh, dude, watch it. It's like watching this Jedi Master do stuff. And you didn't, you take it for granted, and then you don't know how long you have. But all that said, I feel like you don't even have to ask John. I feel like it's there.
Gosh.
Now, but even that's the positive. That's John Cena could induct you potentially in the Hall of Fame, but John's winding his career down.
Right.
Are we okay to ask? You'd like to step in there with him one more time?
100%. Funny story last week. So I saw John before he went and did his speech, his retirement speech there. And I hadn't seen him in a while, so it was kind of I didn't know he was going to be there. So, oh, hey, John, oh my God, hey, what's up? We caught up for 10 minutes. And towards the end of the conversation, I was like, hey, what do you think? And I had no idea that he was going to what do you say, between 30 and 40 dates, this next Mania is his last Mania, all that stuff. And so I had no idea. Like, for all I know, he's going to be around like me for as long as his body will permit him to. But of course, he's got other things going, and this is my life. So I hats off to him doing the Hollywood thing. Like, if I could, I would, but I've got other priorities, you know. That takes a lot, and I don't think I have it to give. But I said, you know, what do you think? And he was like, Randy, you know, I've never pitched anything. Like, I always do my best with whatever they give me. And I'm like, man, that's me. I've never had a pitch. I've never like set myself up to be let down. I never like, hey writers, here's a 6-page, you know, storyboard of everything I want to do for the next 6 months. Not once. Not once. And I've always been very fortunate. And they give me what they give me, and I do the best I can with it. And that's kind of what he does.
Yeah, 100%.
So when I brought it up to him, like, I felt kind of like a mark, like, hey, you want to do one more, you know? And he shut it down right away and said, you know, if creative comes up with it, we'll do it, kind of thing. And I said, well, so what's your speech about? And he's like, wait and see. And it's like, typical John.
Yeah.
You know, watch the show to see what I have to say. I'm retiring, you buffoon. like I had no idea. But I would love to work with the man and have a couple TVs, you know, or more, to set it up and really like make something special of it. Because no matter, you know, how much we faced each other back in the day, you know, almost to the point where people were sick of it. When people look back and think about it, they're like, oh, Orton, Cena, wow, it was this amazing, you know, rivalry. And to have that callback, that nostalgia concept, and to do it for the fans who I feel like they'd appreciate it. And we could go out there and have some fun and tear the place down. And I would love to do that. But I guess, according to John, we're just going to let it, you know, if it organically happens, it'll happen, but I think it'll happen. Well, I think it's in the cards.
You said, you know, you guys have this history. You have more than the history, though, as far as, okay, so coming up at the time, Santino Marella, myself, Beth Phoenix, Zack Ryder, Raw was flush. Kofi Kingston, Jack Swagger, Miz. I could keep going. Raw was flush with people who, they got a thing, but they're not there. Even, do you remember Kerwin from our production? Of course you remember Kerwin.
Sure.
One night Kerwin got super red wine drunk at the bar, and it was a random night that I happened to be there. And I remember him telling me, he's like, man, Cody, you have like the mind. You just don't have anything else. And I thought, oh my God. Like, geez, but he wasn't entirely wrong. It was a matter of like growing, building. He wasn't entirely wrong.
You were talking about maturity earlier with me, and even though I would never look in the mirror and say, you're mature, you know, I would never consider myself mature, but you've matured. You've come such a long way, and the things you've done, no one has ever done.
Well, so Hunter, what he said about Punk is what I always kind of stand by. He's like, hey, if you're the same as you were 7 years ago, that's a bad thing.
Right.
And I thought, you know, but back to what I was saying.
Kerwin.
It was flush with people who had a thing and were looking for it and trying to be a WWE superstar, which was such a big thing at the time. But the show was really just you and John.
Right.
So I feel like it's, whether you say it, whether he says it, whether the world's already saying it. You're on social media, you know, as you know, the world's already saying it. Right. So, you know, maybe it is see where the cards are. Enough about John. We've talked enough about John.
He's the best. That crazy, weird motherfucker.
Yeah.
I love him to death. Enough about John, and here I go. But like, what is it? It's not Peacemaker. Peacekeeper? Peacemaker.
You had it right.
Wow. What a role for that dude. That's him. When they see, so I feel like he ad-libbed that entire series.
Yeah.
Like he is Peacemaker.
James Gunn and him have a really good bit because I think James Gunn got him.
Yeah.
Got him, and if you can get him, oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Run with it. Because he survived the kind of DC change.
Right.
It's changing now, and he survived it. And then not only that, freaking, I had texted him, I was like, Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, me too.
Mortal Kombat?
I shot him a text.
Like, yeah.
I shot him a text too. Like, I don't even know, because he doesn't, you know, I don't know if you're still a gamer. Yeah. I used to give you shit about being a gamer.
Yeah, that's you now. Elden Ring.
Oh, I love
putting your time in.
Oh, I've got like, I almost don't even want to say. I'm at like, and now keep in mind, this game came out this February, and in 6 months, 7-8 months, whenever February is, it'll be like 3 years since it came out. And also, let me preface this next statement with saying that I was out with spinal fusion surgery, so I had a lot of time on my hands.
Sure.
I've got like 600 hours on the game.
600 hours on Elden Ring.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that game. The DLC just came out.
Here's how far things have come.
Yeah.
You asked me something about Elden Ring the other day, and I didn't lie to your face, but I just kind of went like, yeah. You mentioned you're playing, and I was like, I'm not really. Yeah. You know, like I didn't know.
You don't got the time. You're killing it, and you don't got the time. And I understand why. I would love to chop it up about some Elden Ring with you. Trust me.
I wish I knew more about it.
I wish you were a fellow tarnished, but you're not. So
tarnished. Is that the vernacular? Is Zelda?
It's a thing. It's a thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Holy.
Brother. I get lost in it. The kids go to sleep.
Yeah.
I'll give my wife the iPad and say, "Hey, buy stuff on Amazon," and then I'll just play.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, it's like Christmas every day at my house.
Cheers. Oh my God.
The Amazon guy is all ding dong. You know, hey Jim. You know, he leaves a stack of boxes, but she can find a deal anywhere. Cody.
Yeah.
She's great. She's great. She always gets the deals. But yeah, she buys while I play Elden Ring, and it's we were meant for each other.
Oh, no doubt. I had like. So I was away from WWE at the time, and I started hearing these stories about, you know, Randy's changed, and I thought, like, well, no, you don't change, Randy. That's not. Well, is he not, you know, blowing dynamite up in the lobby anymore? Is he not? What is it? What do you mean he's changed?
Were you there in Mexico?
No, I just heard that one.
Oh Jesus!
I was there for. I'd say my favorite. And
the federales were after me, Paul London, and Brian Kendrick. And we jumped in a taxi. We jumped in a taxi.
Of course.
Oh my God! And I had ditched the last. They were quarter sticks of dynamite. And you could buy it down there in Tijuana.
Yeah, I know. It's legal.
I ditched the last stick under the bus that was taking us to the venue the next day, and we jumped in the taxi and we were followed the entire time by the federales. Now, Paul London spoke a little bit of Spanish, so he was like, guys. Like, the cops are following us, and he talked to the driver, and, you know, he's saying, you know, take them here. And I was dying. Looking back now, he could have been just really ribbing the hell out of us.
Yeah, it could have been, yeah.
But we ended up making it back, and the next day, we're, like, loading the buses up, and I'm like, I look under the bus, quarter sticks right there. I'm like, oh, save that for later. And I think that's the one that blew up in the atrium of the hotel.
This is such a deep cut here, but Paul London, because you're bringing him up, some of the things you discover when you do independent wrestling, you discover some beautiful things in terms of, oh man, such a great athlete, and gosh, I bet I'll see him one day on, you know, national TV, whatever it is. One show I didn't really look at the card, and somebody had told me earlier, like, Paul London's here, he's wrestling right before you, and I thought, oh man, Paul London's super talented, that'll be cool. I didn't realize his independent bit that he did, his gimmick was he sang.
Oh, wow.
So he was in like a full bodysuit, and he sang a song for an entrance, and this was at a small building of maybe 90 people, and I just thought, like, what am I?
When you say bodysuit, what do you mean?
It was like a gray full bodysuit, like a putty guy from the Power Rangers, but his head was still exposed.
Powder. Are you talking about like the Gimp from Pulp Fiction?
I mean, that's another way to put it, but it wasn't as sexual as the Gimp from Pulp Fiction. But I remember it was still like, he went out and had a great match as well. I remember thinking like, damn.
Oh, well, Paul's amazing.
Y'all just exchanging like false finishes and like cracking each other in the jaw. Oh my gosh, no. You see some wild stuff.
Paul London, God. So, like...
Do you know that when I was out upon that scene, I had more questions about you than anybody else. More questions about, like... What was Randy like? How did Randy deal with this? Is this true? More questions about you, to the point where I've now taken my Randy stories and I keep them inside.
You got to keep telling them.
I shared a few of them, and I'm thinking, you didn't get it. You didn't get you didn't understand it.
Yeah, you might. So
I try to keep them inside.
Wait till I retire to say them.
Oh yeah, no, I'm ready to go on a whole tirade about everything. All that.
Yeah.
We're far off from where I was gonna ask you. We talked about this, that, and this, that. You have a lot of public mentors in the industry, like public in terms of they were on screen, they were with you at your side. This is a very, I guess, random question. Are there any mentors that we don't know about who are off screen? Are the ones we see on screen really, truly the guys who kind of shaped and molded the character that is Randy Orton today?
Gosh. I hate to disappoint you, so I'm searching for an answer.
No,
I think you know them all.
Yeah?
I really do. Obviously, my father and Hunter and Rick, but like, and I told John this the other day when we spoke. Like I was saying, I learned a lot from him.
Oh, wow.
I kind of learned from John. It's so weird saying it after you know how many people I was in the ring with, like the Takers, Shawn's, Triple H's, Ric Flair's, but I think I learned from John to calm down, listen to the people, and you don't have to go in there with a bunch of stuff memorized. You can literally just do something. It doesn't have to be rocket science.
Yeah.
We make it harder than it needs to be.
Oh my gosh,
You're looking for a reaction, so it doesn't have to be a this, that, the other, something. It can just be grab a hold, they start to come, hit the ropes, the bad guy takes the head off the good guy, he goes down, the bad guy scowls and looks at the people, the good guy knows his role, and in that moment stays down and acts like he just got decapitated, and then you put that hold back on and you just wait and you get him to come again, and then you eventually get to where he turns the tables, and you know what I mean? Like it's just, he really had a way of making me realize, and maybe it was because we were close in age, we had come up together.
Yeah.
I think even though, I trusted Triple H, Ric Flair, and all those guys, but I think just the camaraderie between me and John, like being cool, like I don't know that those guys at that time respected me.
Yeah.
I think John respected me.
Of course.
And I think he respected me for certain things I was capable of doing in the ring.
Yeah.
And just feeling that respect from him made me have this trust for him that I could trust him to lead the way, and I could trust him that anything he's telling me, it's gold.
Yeah.
And it's he's telling me how he does it, and this is like a look into how he's able to go about a match, go about listening to people, go about making decisions depending on what the people are doing.
All about the people.
Yeah, it really is. They're completely just as much a part of the show as you are. I mean, if they're not involved, then you're not doing your job. You know what I mean?
From a mentor perspective, it took a while in terms of seeing he was a mentor, she was a mentor, whatever it was.
Sure.
It took a while for me to realize I'm very much a product of three people. You, my first match in WWE, and someone who not just took my first match, was like, hey, drive me, hang out. You know what I'm saying? Hang out with me. So my first match in WWE, Triple H.
Yep.
Who the biggest first rivalry I had was started talking stuff that I'd never even considered or thought about, and he was saying things that now today I'm like,
Another genius.
super genius for sure.
Yeah, another one. Yeah.
And then John, who, when I wasn't riding with you, I was driving John around. This was during his Cowboy John phase.
I remember that.
Sure, and I didn't. None of it. The whole time I was doing it, I'm having a good time.
Yeah, you don't realize.
That's what the mentor was.
Sure.
You know, you have your obvious mentors like your father.
Right.
Like I had my dad. Like we had our obvious mentors.
Of course.
But then you have people that when you hear it from, ooh.
Right.
That's
right.
Like for example, I remember Sacramento, California. I beat up Rey Mysterio, and I don't know why, but you had heard about what we were doing that night, and you told me, you're like, "Oh man, it's all you. It's all you. Believe in everything you're doing. He's gonna just be there. You just keep hitting him. Do this. If you feel like you're right, look at the crowd. I mean, you just." Yeah. And I legitimately, as I'm doing this was a kind of, for me, a turning point segment. Shook hands with my dad. My dad held his hand, then I popped him from behind. I had the mask at the time.
Goodness.
And I was thinking about you as it was happening, and I'm thinking, man, like, he was right, you know?
Yeah.
14 times. Top of the mountain, 14 times.
What's weird is, so someone on social media put together a clip that showed all the victories for those titles, those 14 titles. And I watched it, and I just, talk about a trip down memory lane.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think I ended up following the person because I was just so impressed and gosh, like, humbled. This person took the time to put this together about me. And the history of my career and spanning over, I mean, I won the IC title in 03. So, I mean, 20 years.
The oval belt you had.
20 plus years. And just seeing, like, it take place. And it's like, oh, I didn't remember that. Oh, that's what... in 2010, I was like whatever it was, 6, 7, 8-time champ. And I'm like, well, then where do the other 5 or 6 come from? And then I'm watching and it's like, man, they add up. Yeah. And it's 14. Like it's insane to look back and think like everything I've done. It's just been so long, Cody. Somebody, was giving me some statistics.
Yeah.
And so I've officially, Kane had wrestled the most pay-per-views, or we call them PLEs now. Yeah. I'm so old school, I can't stop calling them pay-per-views.
Pay-per-views, yeah.
I can't stop calling them pay-per-views. So Kane had wrestled the most pay-per-views in the company. And it was like 172 or thereabouts. And so I surpassed him like 6 months ago. And so in the entire history of the WWE, I've been on more PLEs or pay-per-views than anybody else. And it's like, that's what I'm here for, is those kind of statistics. Yeah. Like, I don't need...
We can't deny those.
Yeah. It's just, it's time. It's just putting in the work. Consistency. Yeah, you get some downtime, you get injured, you get suspended once, twice, 3 times, whatever. You come back and you just keep doing it, and you do it, and you do it. And just that statistic right there, like, it means a lot to me. And the 14-time World Heavyweight Championship champion, like knowing that I've held that title 14 times, or those titles, I should say, 14 times, accumulatively, that means a lot to me, and like, this is my life. Father, husband, first and foremost, but like this is right there. And I don't, so I do auditions here and there. Yeah. And like, I remember I got an audition early on when I finally got like some representation in that industry. And I think Deadpool 2? Cable. I read for Cable. And in my head, boy, I was going to be Cable. Yeah. I was going to be Cable. And I was like, this is it. Nope. No callback, no nothing. Yeah, thanks. You know, Josh Brolin gets it. Of course, Josh Brolin gets it.
Right.
Kills it. You know, I don't know what the I'm
does
doing.
A great job.
And I think I kind of realized then, like, oh, okay, so I can send in these auditions, but I'm a pro wrestler. You know, and I think I really enjoy being a pro wrestler and everything that it's given me, and I don't think I'll ever leave this place.
Well, cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
And Cody, I'm happy about that. I really am. I feel lucky. Like my wife talks about, you're in the bubble, you're in the bubble. Like, yeah, I like it. I like the bubble. I don't have any friends at home. When I was out for 18 months, this is what I was going to say. When I was out for 18 months, like, I went through like a little bit of a depression.
Of course, you're away from this.
Yeah, like I was like depressed, and like I have my family, I have my kids. Like I'm smiling when I see my kids and doing stuff, and I'm with my dogs, and everything's great. But I was missing something.
Were you eating a lot of Nutella? So I never even. This is small. I never even heard of Nutella. I don't know what I was thinking. He brought it up on a tour, like 6 months ago.
I stole a bottle of Nutella from catering and consumed the entire thing before my match with Gunther, and probably gained like 9 pounds that night.
You were full.
I was sugared up to the gills. Yeah. I want a Nutella deal. You've got the Wheatley American Vodka deal. I want a Nutella deal. So I've been consuming a lot of Nutella, hence the 290 pounds. See those traps? That's Nutella, bro.
Can't not see them.
That's because I'm wearing a
traps provided by Nutella.
Traps provided by Nutella.
Yeah.
I wish I would have known that there was a dress code for this interview.
There is no dress code.
I feel like we're going to church. I feel like I'm going to get yelled at. Yeah. I feel like you're always in a suit. How are you not sweating?
A lot of people hate that I'm in the suit.
You just turned off your air conditioning.
Yeah.
Because of the sound.
You want to know the secret?
Audio. No, I don't.
I don't move that much. That's the secret. I rode a camel in Egypt in a full suit.
I don't believe you.
I just don't move that much. I try to keep.
So I'm burning up. Do I move a lot?
Yeah. You big dynamic motion. You're kind of always. You might as well be doing this thing. You know, you're doing.
Throwing my shoulder out.
So 14-time.
You're moving right now.
14-time world champion.
Okay, better.
Conversation going around about the GOAT, greatest of all time. Right. It's what we call John, greatest of all time. But there's a GOAT conversation, just like in all sports. They talk about LeBron, Michael, all the different things, and the stats.
Oh, LeBron.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. We're hot. We're off hot.
Yeah.
How do you feel knowing you're in that conversation?
So I think, like, what are we doing this for? Like, yeah, we enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
But, like, the fans are just as big, just as much, I should say, as part of the show as we are.
Yep.
I can't take the credit. I don't think there is a GOAT. I don't think that there is a GOAT.
Single GOAT, yeah.
I like the Mount Rushmore. I like, who's your Mount Rushmore. I like, who's your top 5, top 10.
Yeah.
Even top 20. But the GOAT, I don't think he exists. Now, for each individual fan who's just as much part of the show as we are, they have their own perspective, and it's subjective to how they feel, what that talent makes them feel. So I think that there's 100 GOATs. There's 150, 200, 250 GOATs. I don't think there's a GOAT.
I love this answer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. In professional wrestling, there's not a GOAT. It's who's your GOAT? So who's my GOAT?
Yeah, who's yours?
You could ask me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't answer.
You know how you go?
I can't answer. Greatest of all time. To me, my father was one of the best, like back in his era, one of the best in his era as far as like making guys look good, selling. To me, a guy who sells better than everybody else is a GOAT. Now, he's making the guy who's the GOAT look good.
Who's really the GOAT?
Who's really the GOAT?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So like the whole GOAT talk, you know.
Well, you're in the conversation, right? And that's, I feel like for you, maybe that's uncomfortable because you, for all the things that the Legend Killer and Randy and all this, actually incredibly grounded, kind, humble, aware, which is probably the one attribute most wrestlers never get to, is awareness of like, oh, how over am I? How over is he? What can I do? And when you're aware,
we need a psychiatrist here, brother. Like,
oh my gosh,
yeah,
not a bad idea. It would be remiss of me because I feel like I had a bazillion questions and I got
some more.
I got a few out, but I do need you to know.
I know you don't even have to say it.
No, it's important to say it. I get to be here because of you, you know? And I remember very vividly almost everything from Legacy. Mm-hmm. And there was a good side of Legacy.
Yeah.
Which was you. And you had plenty of things going on in your life at the time. I remember the first thing you did was bring us into the stands to have a conversation with us about what you wanted it to be. And, man, I was taking this real serious. Like, oh, we got to take this serious too. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, 9 months before that, I had a picture of you on my wall in my room. Like, there's a second generation that made it. And not, when I say second generation that made it, I'm not trying to belittle other second or third generations, but making it as a second generation means matching or exceeding. You know what I'm saying? Like matching or exceeding. I feel like it's a thing people don't understand about a son or a daughter is you want to be your father, mother, whatever, but you also want to be better.
Right.
You want to be, you want to carry their name further. Either way, I had this picture of you on my wall in my apartment in LA. 9 months later, I'm in this group with you. And you're taking it so seriously. And at the time, I feel like in your life, there's been all kinds of stuff that's happened. And you mentioned kind of the peaks and valleys of the business. But I always told people, I said, as a mentor and as a person of, I'm slightly responsible for him and her, you really took it seriously. You genuinely did. And I never cared if you like made fun of us behind the scenes or, they don't know, they're idiot. I never cared because...
Did I do that?
No, I don't think you did. I kind of thought like maybe he doesn't like us. But
God, I loved you.
On the surface though, I thought like, he is really good at this. And again, like...
I was 29. I didn't know what the I was
You
doing.
weren't even 30.
No.
And I got to stand in the ring with you at the Royal Rumble when you had your little freak out about the sign not blowing up. And great moment, by the way.
I feel like if you haven't told that, you should tell that.
Like, well, all it was
yeah.
Sky, the Royal Rumble was one of those matches where I feel it genuinely changes your life to win it. It genuinely does, because you become the North Star for WWE. You become this thing that they're fixated on. You're guaranteed for WrestleMania, whatever it is. And I remember we helped you win it, and then you're supposed to point at the sign for WrestleMania 25, star, it's a big star, and the pyro didn't go off. So I'm thinking this is one of the greatest moments of your life, and you're pointing at the sign. And Stu, the cameraman, who we still have here today, a wonderful guy.
Oh, I love him.
He's banging the mat, telling you, keep pointing. And you looked at him and go, what do you want me to do? Point at the sign? And you start like making fun of him. And then finally the pyro starts going off like as this conversation's happening.
Yeah.
And even with all that, I remember thinking like, oh man, I'm so lucky to, silly as this is, to see this and be in the ring and be part of this. I ended up winning 2 Royal Rumbles. And man, 2 of them. And every time I think about you. Every time, because I'm like, dude, he was just like right. And you know what I like? Here's what I like about you being such a big part of the youth of my career. Nobody else was saying what you were saying. Like you invested the time and the interest and the effort in me. And I feel like the only way you can ever pay that back is like, oh, I got to prove him right. I got to prove him right. Like we're saying we're the next thing when you're, us, you don't pay dues. Like all these things that Legacy was saying. And I'm thinking, my God, like I have to make him right. And that's always been a really like exciting moment for me. When we do the stuff we do today on TV, just in general, like modern SmackDown, modern Raw, whenever you and I do anything, I have like really bad imposter syndrome. I'm sitting there and most of the time I'm looking at you like, oh my gosh, this is my guy.
We all have it.
We all have it, yeah.
Yeah, trust me.
I sit there and I look at you, I'm like, this is the guy who like said, hey, he's cool. He's good. He gonna make it. He's gonna be all right. And man, just like there is a limited number of people I can say like 100% nothing would have happened without this person. You're 100% nothing would have happened for me without you. Just whether you wanted to, whether you cared to do it or not, you took this chance on me, and it's been like super just. There's a photo of us at WrestleMania. It's framed in my house. It's you just looking up at me, and to me, it's like it's the greatest thing.
Right.
Because it was like, oh man, I proved him right. Like I didn't let him down.
Tenfold. Yeah. Cody.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think this was gonna be like this.
It's Wheatley American Vodka.
I am so proud of you, dude. Legitimately so proud of you. When you left, the balls it took for you to leave.
Right.
And then, like, start from scratch, kind of, but not, I mean, that's not the right way to say it. Because you were Cody Rhodes. But to do what you did, like, I could never have done what you did. Never. So, like, like, when I say I'm proud of you, like, I legitimately mean it,
Man.
Like, and watching your performances, like, week in and week out, the WrestleMania the year before last, where you didn't win.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh.
Hurt you.
Oh. But then to see it finally come, and then with The Rock, probably the most recognized guy in the world.
Yeah.
Wanted to come in and be the guy. And be a good guy. And he couldn't because of you. And then you came through, and then you succeeded. Like, oh, God, the butterflies, the feeling in my stomach, watching the match. Like, that's the thing, is like, you did what no one else did. It's getting all mushy in here.
That's quite all right. I'd be
thanks to Wheatley
American Vodka. I want to just before, because we do this little game here as well that I got to get you involved in. But before that, Wheatley specifically has a drink for you. Do you know what makes up the Viper? Vodka, lemonade, seeded jalapeno slices. This is Wheatley has named this on your behalf. It sounds really, really good.
You're saying Wheatley made a drink after me?
They did, yeah.
Holy, I'm gonna go, like as soon as we're off camera, I'm gonna find some jalapenos.
Go find the Viper.
Yeah,
it's a great drink, actually.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Seeded jalapeno.
Lemonade's got a little bit of sugar in it, just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because we gotta, and then
your body provided by Nutella. We already know, you got the Nutella.
I'm not counting my sugars.
Yeah.
Or my carbs, or I don't even know. I just eat, boys. Nutella. You know what I'll do? We're done. I saw you shooting the look.
No, I got the game for you. It's over here.
Wait, you got the what?
So here, I'll show you.
Oh.
Go ahead, what were you saying?
I thought that was the Iggy, like,
no.
Get him off my bus.
We're not. There's never going to be that Iggy with you, ever. Okay, Wheatley American Vodka, they have a little jingle, a little commercial.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have you watch it.
Okay.
And then at the end, I want you to add in, I'll explain it to you once you watch it here.
Okay.
Vodka soda with Wheatley. Wheatley, so good I drink it. This song right here is for the red, white, and blue. You got good taste, and you drink like it too. Wheatley, so
Red, white, and blue, baby.
That's right.
Wheatley American Vodka.
So what I'd ask you is, Wheatley, so good I drink it neatly, is their jingle and their slogan. If you had to put something instead of neatly, Wheatley, so good I drink it, what would you put?
Wow. So I'm immediately thinking of different words that rhyme with neatly.
It doesn't have to rhyme.
Yeah. So that's what's f***ing me up, Cody.
Okay, well, we've had Wheatley, so good I drink it weekly. Wheatley, so good I drink it completely. I think someone said discreetly, and we instantly said, no, that doesn't work for what we're going with.
God.
Wheatley, so good I drink
with
it.
Nutella?
That's it. That's the answer. We're having talks, about the GOAT conversation. We've talked about best in the world and all of this. Here you are, 14-time world champion. You've made it clear you want to keep going. You've also said something that's fairly significant to this interview, which I think is rather important that you said it. You said, I'm a pro wrestler. One of the things I liked about my interactions with The Rock were that he does all this other stuff. And at the highest level does all this other stuff. But I could look at him and look into his eyes and go, pro wrestler. Right. But even with all that said, you said you're a pro wrestler, 14-time world champion. There is very little, I think, on paper that's left to do. In your mind, though, because that's what's the most important here, what do you want to accomplish now? What's the next thing? What's that thing that would be the next apex, the next peak? What is it that Randy Orton has left to do in the wrestling space besides be incredible and beloved and all those things that you will be? But what is the goal? What's the task?
I think, to answer your question honestly, I think do this for as long as I can.
Yeah.
And make sure, and we brought up my wife Kim on a couple occasions. She told me, she goes, when it's time to hang them up, I'll let you know. And yeah. So, not, if this is when I need to hang them up, I don't want to go here.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I don't want to retire and have a last match and then leave the company and have another last match and then another one and another one. I like John. We talked about Cena quite a bit. I feel like when he says, this is my last Royal Rumble, this is my last Elimination Chamber, this is my last WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He means it.
Yeah.
If anyone's ever meant that, it's him.
Sure.
I think I want to follow suit, and I want, when it's all said and done and it's over, I want it to be over. So I want to take it to that point and then tear it down and then ride off into the sunset, man.
Maybe an uncomfortable question, but just a follow-up, because the answer makes all the sense in the world. There doesn't have to be an answer to this question. And new Randy and old Randy, as I kind of have classified you as, old Randy probably would just get hot at this question in general. New Randy, I feel like we'll try to answer it. Wheatley Randy, we don't know what's going to happen. If you're talking about the end, which I don't see, I don't see that, but Who would you want to wrestle? If you could pick somebody.
So, I'm 44. I'd like to wrestle at least until I'm 50.
Okay.
God, that makes me feel so old. But men have done it before me and tore the house down.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It depends who's on top. If you were to ask me that question now and I had to give you an answer, I'd say you. 5 years from now, maybe the answer's different, but something tells me it won't be.
Not what I was expecting to hear, but that's I'll hold that very dear. And that is a wonderful way to close what is by far the best episode we've done of this show. So I cheers to you. Cheers to that.
To Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, 2048. I don't know. Make it up.
I love it.
I love it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wheatley. So good. I drink it with Nutella. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we were blessed to have him. Randy, thank you so much. Much appreciated. I love you very much.
Likewise.
Thank you, buddy.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Thank you.